But you didn't say this when I started that recording then.
I don't know.
And now I can hear recording in progress.
Yeah, for me, yeah. Let me do it again. Let me delete the parameter. Like I said, I can edit the parameter name. Editing the parameter is editing the parameter and editing the name as well. I can make it 22. Right? Click OK. And then I can also come here and just rename it instead of editing the parameter name, maybe whatever. Just so you know, right? JJ.
Okay.
And if you come here, okay, we've already removed everything from even though we've set it. So, but I want to delete it and redo it. Yes, please.
Okay.
So remember that this is our so shall you see that this is our data set for all the products. Yeah, is this all the products? This is not all the products. This is a filtered data set.
For dates, yes.
Yes, filtered based on category, and it's crazy. 1 second. So let me go to the category and drag it here, and I select all, right? And I click apply or OK. If you click OK, apply the same thing. Then you come here and you click show filter, and the filter is shown here. Was that what we had earlier
I
on?
know we selected dates.
I know.
Yes, we had that. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Show filter. Okay, so I just wanted to show that when we remove the parameter, it's showing everything. So when I do show
Yes, it
filter,
was.
here you see, this is
Yes.
the old approach I showed you. Inside that, the visualization that I created, that very big visualization and dashboard that you were following with. Do you understand?
Yes.
But I'm showing you that this is an advanced way or better way of doing it. Yeah, instead of using filter. So go and figure out why we should use filter and the difference between filter and parameter, right?
All right.
I mean,
All
on
right.
Tableau. So it's more important
Okay.
here. So instead of that, I'll just come here and create parameter, and then call it cat cat parameter, params, whatever. The data type, remember what data type signify now. It signifies what will be inside that parameter, the value inside that parameter, right? Oh, Mozilla close it. The data type signifies um, text parameter. The data type signifies the value we want it to contain. Like for instance, if we want it to contain integer, I told you the integer is whole number. So allowable
Yes.
value all, but no, you can't put all. You have to select either list or range of number you want. Minimum number is maybe 23, 34, and maximum number is maybe 50, and step size should have a step size of maybe 3. This one will.
What is step size, please?
Step size is the interval.
Okay.
Yes. So we are creating the test parameter integer, and I click OK here. You see now that this is the test parameter integer, and I click here show parameter or show. You see now that it's giving us this thing here. That is giving us 34, 37, 40, wherever. You can also use this
With the
one
step type.
to jump it. Yeah. You can also come here and probably you see the way it's showing us is just typing or slider. That's the only option it's giving us, right? For this integer type of parameter. So yeah, let me remove this or hide card. Okay, let me hide card for these two. And here you see that the filter is still applied.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Let me remove the filter now. Now the filter is no longer applied, and my system is no longer making that noise. So let me create a new parameter now of type string. Shall you see that thing inside that? Let me undo that filter, whatever. Okay. Show filter. Instead of having it like this, now, shall you remember that we can use a multiple drop down. The multiple drop down, we select multiple values, right?
Yes.
We can also use single drop down by clicking up here, single drop down or single value list. Just select a single value. It will filter the data and just show the revenue over time for that particular category. Or we can come here and select single value drop down. which looks a little bit more intuitive or aesthetic. I can select single value slider, which does not really make sense for something like this, but it makes sense for numbers, right? We can also select multiple value list like we did the other time. Right? Does it make sense? Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so we can also select multiple values drop down, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right. So this is under filter, right? So let me remove this card. Let me hide this card and let me remove this, right? So we don't have a filter again. The set is no longer filter. So let us create a parameter for the filter and create parameter.
Okay.
Just call this one parameter category filter or parameter category, anyone. So now remember that the type we are dealing with is not number, it's not int, it's not decimal, it's not whole number, it is string or text.
Strong.
So that's why we're using this. So it is still giving us default value of the whole data type and the current value. But by the time we select list, so we can either start typing it ourselves as category A, enter. You see, it automatically give us the display as by itself, and I click OK. Here you see the parameter category and I click show. The jargons I typed is what is giving us, which does not affect anything. Here you see. So I will come here and edit it. So because I want to put in actual value now, instead of having this here, I can say add values from. I will now select the table I want to add value from. This is table 1, table 2, and these are current parameters that we have. So I will add value from this retail table, the product category. Okay. Here you see that nonsense we enter initially is still there, so we can remove selected by clicking it. Click. You can click multiple by clicking remove selected or control and click again, remove selected. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
So then now that it has updated this value for us from 1 to accessories, the very first one in the set. And so you can leave this one. This one will always be current value, so leave it. Yeah. So category, whatever, parameter category, click OK. Now I see that it has changed, but it is not in any way connected to our visualization yet, right? The only way we can
Yes.
the only way we can connect this parameter that we have auto-generated from our data set into our visualization is by creating a calculated field. And calculated field is how we create extra row, extra column on our table. In our table, we have column A, column B, column C, column D. Maybe we now want to trim column A. We'll now do a calculated field that will give us a new generated value for that unclean column. Make sure you understand.
Yes.
I'm just giving you as an example. Do you understand the picture I painted just?
Yes, yes.
Good.
Yes.
So let's just create the category parameter, category field link, or let me just call it category link, category parameter link, because we're just trying to use it to link. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
The work is just linking. So what will it do? So we're going to call the category parameter. We want two ways. You can either come here and drag this one here and say equals to, right? So what this does is, if you remember anything here, you can either just put maybe average, have AVG of a particular value and drag it inside, right? And for every record inside that table, for every row, it will start doing the AVG and start giving you the calculated value, for each record, each line by line. Shall you remember?
Yes, yes.
Exactly. So that is what this one too is doing here. So for each row, you just look for this category parameter and to make sure that it is equal to whatever we have selected in this what we have selected there. So what is now doing? Oh, so I was too fast. So the category parameter, that is any current one we have selected here, right? Share you
Yes.
understand, is to make sure that it is equal, is to look at all the record in that data in our table and make sure that anyone we select here is what is just the record that will be shown in this side in the whole table. Shall you understand?
Okay. But here we have under the parameter category, we have backpacks.
Yes.
Okay.
This is just the current selection. What is showing
Okay.
us now is that because we want to make it for filter, that is why it's going to be like that. Normally, it's just telling us that this parameter category is equal to whatever is there, right? If I click
Okay.
OK now, right, this is the link. Shall you see now that it has some TF here,
Oh, okay.
right? Category filter,
Okay.
parameter filter. I can come here and delete this one, it's the same thing. If I expand this and I maybe edit. No, now what am I doing? Control Z. Control Z. What did I just do? So let me just delete this one. Anyway, this last one I created. And I come here and I click edit. Sure, you see that it's the same formula it's showing us, right? So, but what this thing is
Yes.
just doing is because you see it's putting TF here as another type. TF is went from dates, went from strings, went from number. This is showing us that this is a filtered calculated field, right? So the formula states that. So remember that anytime we use filter we just, what filter is telling us that is that anything selected here, all, okay, and then show filter. Show filter. What filter does is, filter is saying return everything selected or return whatever is selected. Let me just unselect it. The filter is saying that anything that is selected in this product category, right? Anything selected in this product category, it should check every product category in that table. It's just like the filter we do now when we filter in our Excel, right?
Okay.
Sure, you know when we filter in our Excel now, normally when we filter,
Yes.
it's the same thing we are doing here. The same thing we are doing here, but we are doing it automatically using parameter. I want you to
Okay.
understand. I don't want you to call me. That's why I'm trying to like re-explain it for you. Like, so you see how normal filter is working now.
Yes.
This thing, why the normal filter is working is using that same code that we enter into that into this place, this TF. So it will just check all our data and check that accessory is equals to accessory on this current row. Go to the next row. Make sure the accessory is either to accessory or is equals to 100 or is equals to apparel or is equal to backpack or is equal to
Backpacks.
bags or is equal to bottle or is equal to drinkware. Sure you understand?
Yes.
Using the or operation when we did that multi-level filtering or sorting, like first sort by this, then sort by this, then sort by that. Same thing with filter too. Sure you understand?
Yes.
Even when we did our if statements, when we're doing our classification of our ages from individual number to age group, sure you remember? It's the same
Yes.
logic we use to, if this is this, then this, then this, then this. So this is the default behavior for the filter. So let us remove the filter. Let us remove. Removing here, I also remove there. And now let us now drag our category filter, which we have, this is a calculated field, which we have used to link whatever the user selects here to whatever is coming from the database. And I drag the filter here. So what we will do next is we are going to select true. Just do true. I don't know how to explain why we are doing true, but if you do false, it's not going to work. It's not going to
Okay.
work, but just select true and then click OK. And yeah, so now our calculated field is working now. Filter true. Why? What's going on there? Come here, edit filter. Um, 1 second. Where is that calculated field filter? Edit. Yes, it's correct. Okay. Oh, the reason why it's not working, I think I'm coming. No, okay, that's not why. iPad. Parameter category, show parameter. Right. I think it's working now. It's not. Why is it not working? Well, let me remove. Let me do it here again. True, apply. Okay. Is it because I didn't do apply? Can you see my screen?
Hello?
Hello, Ma. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, you lost me for a second.
Yes.
Oh wow. What's going on? Wait. Let me be sure of this filter here. Edit. Okay, it's not working because we are using a different parameter. So this is what we are supposed to use. Category parameter is equals to this. Apply. Okay. Right. So now it's working. Can you see? Can you see it? Can you see it now? We demonstrated how it is working, Ma.
Yes.
All right, good. So that is one use of using parameter. Another way we can also use the parameter to that's if this is what makes parameter interesting is that normally we can rename this one to distribution of distribution by category. Sure you remember, Ma?
Yes.
I was renaming all these things that time. Distribution by category. So, but this time around, I cannot do it with parameter. Distribution by, I can come here and do insert. And I can now do the parameter filter, category parameter filter, like this parameter category. So under parameters, does parameter category. Yeah, and I click it. And then I click apply. And I click OK. So this is what makes parameter fantastic. Shall you now see now that it is showing that distribution by houseware categories, distribution by notebook and journals category. Shall you see now, ma?
Yes.
Shall you see that it's very cool?
Yeah.
Would you like to use it?
Sure.
All right, cool. So that's just that. I'll still show you more examples of parameters. Then, if time permits us, we'll go to level of details. Because that's the next thing I'm supposed to do after that. So it's very cool. Parameter is very, very cool. Makes your visualization interactive, descriptive, and it's also faster. And it does not affect your original data, and it does not filter from your data source. Like what filter does is it's always filter from our data source all the time. But go and do your own research. Don't
I will.
we're in the 21st century, where even if your teacher tells you something, you should still go and do like extra research. Nobody is like the universal source of truth. Do you understand?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, good. So let's move to the next level. So yeah, so I'll create another visualization like this one, and I want to do let me use this other visualization for you as an example. I don't know whether I should just explain it for you or I should okay, this is cool. Now look at this visualization now that we have done. Yeah. I think okay, this does not apply. Yeah. Let me see the line chart. Let me see the data set they use, the base condition, the sum. Okay. Uh, 1 second. But before that, I think this was what I was working on the other time. This is distribution. Let me call this one distribution. Distribution of categories. Yeah. Now this one is aggregate what is it called? Quick analysis. like of categories. So what I want to do here now is this. This is the sum of all of their revenue, right? Right?
Yes.
So, this time around, I created one category filter, whatever nonsense that time. So let me quickly start from this one and edit it. So let me scroll up. And this category filter nonsense, whatever, is no longer there. Okay, because I hid it, right? Let me show hidden fields. So category filter parameter, this is it. This is it here, right? So let me edit this parameter. And let me unhide it first. And then, because I need it, let me right click. And how did I do that show hidden field that time? I don't know. I don't want you to show hidden field again for me. Sure, whatever, it's still there. I don't know how to hide it back. Maybe I first have to like unhide it before I can hide it back. Unhide. Okay, whatever. So this text parameter integer, we don't need it, so let's delete it because we just created it for demo. Yeah, right?
Yes.
So this major parameter is what I'm trying to create now. And let me show you what the major parameter is. And so because we created this one by directly imputing our string that time, and you know that you can edit it. Like we enter category A, B, C, D. We can decide to add category D to it, and by the time you press it, it automatically like create the display as for you. The display as is what we are seeing. Why this one is the actual value inside it that we can use for in our that anytime, remember we have when we are dealing with Excel, we have the actual value inside the formula bar, and we have what is currently being shown. Like what is currently being shown might be a number, but the actual value inside that cell can be like a formula. Sure, you remember?
Yes.
When we have to like be copying it and be pasting as values, right? So that's
Yes.
exactly what that thing also does. And you now see now that we now have a category D. So that shows we can edit it, right? That means shows we can edit it, right?
Yes.
Okay, and also the different ways that in which we can put in our data, we can type it manually, or we can select it from our different tables if it's something that can be categorized into bins, right? BINS groups, or into groups. Remember the other time we converted our data into bins in what's it called? In Excel, right? Where we're grouping the ages into age bins. Sure you remember?
H pins.
Yes, using that if statement is bins, they call it BINS.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Beans
Yes.
actually
Yes. Yes.
statement.
Yes.
That's what they call
Yes.
converting to bin.
Yes.
You do bins with number, but for anything
Okay.
that is text that is not number, you call these groups. So these are different groups that we created. Sure you understand. We can also do it here in Excel. We can also do it here in Tableau.
Tableau.
From our original data, create groups and bins for it. Sure. Let me delete this category filter, whatever, because I don't need the parameter. And let me edit this one and show you. So now you can see now that we created three different values: total sales, average sales, and total orders, right? Manually, we created this one of type string. Sure you understand? We never touch this one. It is Tableau that automatically generates the current values. Sure you understand? And wherever here, we just put the data type, we put in the name of the parameter, and then we put in the value, or we import the value. Sure you remember?
Yes.
Then we click OK. So this is the major parameter, right? So what do I want to do? I want to show the major parameter next. That's the next thing I do. Either I click this arrow with my left click and I do show, or I right click on it and I do show. It's the same thing. It shows it here. But currently it's not linked in it. You're not seeing anything different here, right? And so it because before I created, when I renamed this thing, it renamed this one for us. So let me just close this. This one too, you can also okay, hide or rename or whatever. So what do we want to do? These are the categories, and it is the sum we are seeing here, right?
Mm.
So we want to create a new calculated field, ma. that would give us anything we select. If you are selecting sum, you should use, if you are selecting total orders, you should group it, you should aggregate it by the sum. If you are doing average order, you should aggregate it by average. And if you are doing the total orders, you should just count all the orders in each accessory or in each category for us. Shall you understand? Shall you understand, ma?
Yes, please. Yes.
That is exactly what we want to do now. I want to create a calculated field for that. And I already did one here. Where is it? Mirror condition, edit. Yeah. So using a case statement. So you don't know what case statement is, and this is the first time you are coming across case statement, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So for instance, now if you tell, there are two ways of doing things in life. Yeah, we're always at a crossroad at every point in time, right?
Yes.
For instance, you might ask your baby to go and get you something. Maybe you have a visitor and tell them to get you, maybe they should first ask if they have Habib yogurt, they should get Habib yogurt. If there's no Habib yogurt, they should get Hollandia yogurt, right?
Yes.
It is something that happens every day. And you can see from our words that we said, if there's Habib yogurt, get it. If not,
Or if there's none.
else get Hollandia. But there are cases when you say if there's Habib yogurt, get it. Or if that means if there's no Habib yogurt, else if there is Hollandia yogurt, get it. But if none of those ones happen, get either Coke or Fanta, right? All
Yes.
those are different conditions that happen in everyday life. Sure, you understand?
Yes.
So we can use if statements here as well to do this, right? But case statement makes it a little bit more intuitive, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so let me show you. I told you not to, to use whatever is available for you. So let me open Chrome and tell ChatGPT to convert this Tableau table calculation field, no, calculated field syntax into if statements, just so you understand what I'm saying. And I will now explain to you why we are using let me use Bing because this is wasting my time. It's the life of ẹ kú sùúrù o, ṣó ń worry?
Oh, dear.
All right. We just have to watch more videos, practice like
Yes.
everything you hear me say that seems like a new thing. Just go and type it on your YouTube and watch videos on it. Small, before you know it, all my explanations will now even make more sense, and it's not be as if someone that is just coming across it for the first time.
Mm.
Now 10 more minutes. Verify wherever you want to verify. This is another ChatGPT that I can use.
Okay.
Yeah, see what I told you that time now. So if the measure of parameter, that is the selected parameter, is equals to total sales, then return the sum of sales. We didn't do a statement in Excel. We did this
We
statement
did.
for the beans.
Yes, we
Yeah,
did. Yes.
but okay.
Yes.
Okay, but it is inside the SQL that you will see where we are using if statement that will make more sense to you. Else, if it is the measure of if the measure of parameter is average, then compute the average sales. Else, if it is the measure of parameter is total order, then compute the count distinct of the invoice. And what is telling us is if the measure of the parameter selected by the user is equals to this value. So whatever we enter here, normally we are the ones selecting this now. We already like give it value to input. It's not as if the user is typing that I want total order. They're not going to use capital letter, total, small letter, order. Shall you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, please. Okay.
Like, that if you give user the opportunity to type the kind of thing they want to search, maybe they want to
Yes.
check for the total order or the average order or whatever, we might not be able to get the actual test here as it is here. So this test must be equal to what is selected by the user here. So, but it is good
Okay.
for us because we are just giving them a drop down to select. It's not as if they are typing it for us, so it will never change. Sure, you understand?
Yes.
But if there's a way to give them option that they should type it, and we now compare if what they type is equal to this, right? But
Yes.
since we are not giving them that option, this will not break. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if whatever is selected by the user is equals to this, or if the user select this, compute this, blah blah blah, it's the same thing with this case. So the case is this value coming in from here. When the case equals total sales, that is, the value is equals to total sales, then compute this. When the case is equals to average sales, then compute this. When the case is equals to this, then compute this. Another way of just saying, if it is this, then do this. Else, if it's this, then do this. Else, if it's this, then do this. Shall you understand?
Yes.
Then for all the control statement, they call them control statement. Use it to control flow of doing things or order of doing things, right? You always put an end at the end, right? Case this. This is the syntax that you always use anytime you want to do another case statement or another if statement. Case, the value you want to run the case on. Then what are all the different scenarios or conditions? If it's this scenario, then do this. If it's this scenario, then compute this, blah, 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 end, right?
Yes.
And I click OK. So that's the major condition, right? So instead of sum of revenue here now, I can now come here. So now, because this major condition has been connected to this, because it's a calculated field, right? Not the one that came from our original data set, but our own that we just recalculated, right?
Mm.
Calculated field, let me just put it link major parameter, right? And I say if right, major parameter is equals to total sales, comma, then right, compute sum of what are we even computing? Is it revenue or what? Sum of sales, sorry. Sales, right?
Yes.
Else if I just want to do this like manually, major parameter,
Okay.
so that you can see that is what you also do yourself. Is equals to total
Okay.
sales, average sales, then compute what? Average of sales, else. We can use else if for else, since we are
Okay.
giving it three options, because if it is not the total sale, then it's the average sale. We can still use else instead of else if. We can just say
Okay.
else compute count distinct of sales. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín mà?
Oh, yeah.
Is English language ni, right?
Mm.
So it's telling me it contains error, and there's a reason why it's containing error. It's expecting the end, right? To mark the end. If I now click OK now, so I have created a new calculated field to link in this parameter. So as I'm doing this now, it is already changing the value inside our table virtually
Okay.
of it, but because we've
Okay.
not applied it to the filter, that's why we're not seeing changes here, right?
Okay.
So let's apply our link measure to the filter, and it's saying range of value, wherever. Yeah, just click OK, right? Oh, that's no, not filter, sorry. I'm supposed to put it here inside our detail here. Either I put it here like this on top of it, or I put it here like this, I put it here like this to create a new one. Let me even put it like this to create a new, what's it called? Link major parameter. Uh, what's going on here? your parameter, bring your parameter. 1 second. This is the total sales. Total order 235. Then average order. I think there's a bug because maybe because we use else for the average order, maybe because we didn't specify something is going wrong there. Let me use the other one. Let me use the major condition that we created. Okay, for the average sales, it's the same thing, no? So because the parameter is connected to both this calculated field and this calculated field, the answer it will give us will be the same thing. Sure, you understand?
Okay.
Sure, you understand? Total order.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Total order is the count of all the orders.
Yes.
Where total sales is the sum of all the sales for each category. But the average is having, I don't know, the average is having somehow. There's something wrong with the average. So that's what I need to figure out. I'm sure that the syntax we enter is correct, but let's see. Okay, so before we can know what's up here, let's just drag. Okay, okay, it's revenue we are dealing with, not sales, right? Sum of sales. This is the sum of sales. Oh, and what we did there is, sum of revenue. Let's go to our link menu and edit it. And instead of sales, let's type revenue here. Revenue, right? It's revenue we wanted. Let me Control C, copy this, paste here, and apply and click OK. So you now see now that the average sales for this one is different. Something is wrong somewhere, shall we? What we are trying to do. Total sales for this is this, for accessory is this, for revenue is this. But for major condition is doing the total sales, but this is the total revenue, total sum of the total revenue. Sure you understand. But for the major condition, calculated field, we are still using edit. We are still using on sales, right? Oh, we went to do invoice number. Now why? Count distinct of invoice number. Okay, we're supposed to do of sales. Apply. Okay, right? For the total order. Okay, count distinct of invoice number is actually correct too, Sha. I think invoice number is like a unique ID. But what the error I'm looking for is why the average is not giving me the proper thing. So this meeting we're in now, we start it for the last stretch of the class. Is that okay?
Okay.
Are you enjoying yourself? And then your battery is how many percent?
No, I'm charging it now.
Okay, not
That's right.
today.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Oh, yeah, now. So the stuff we hand now, then I'll restart it.
Okay.
Hope you are understanding it so far.
Dear.
All right.
Dear.
Yeah. So I'll see you in a few
Fine.
minutes. Fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Pretty close.